After the first operation, he couldn't see anymore. The doctor couldn't say if it was permanent or if it would come back. He didn't laugh. There was no sign of him being a happy kid. And I was terrified how he feels. He can't see. There's a lot of hands, the doctors, they were there every hour, taking bloods and stuff.
When children less than 2 are infected with the TB germ, they not only have a 40% chance of developing TB disease, but they tend to develop nasty forms of tuberculosis, like meningitis and miliary or disseminated tuberculosis, or really severe pulmonary tuberculosis. Treatment of childhood tuberculosis is really tough, and I have incredible admiration for the families.
So many of the TB tablets currently available in South Africa is only available in big dosages. And this is often a huge problem in the very small infants, because it means that we have to break the tablets in halves or even in quarters to actually administer the correct dose to the baby. And the mums often struggle with this.
We're very good at the science part of childhood TB, but we are way behind in the implementation part.
TB Alliance's mission is to develop shorter, affordable, and improved treatments for tuberculosis for all people. And we want to ensure that that happens for children as well. We can treat children effectively if we have the appropriate formulations that are easy to administer to children and easy to prepare. And if we do that, children can be cured. This is a solvable problem. But the fact is, children are dying in the meantime.
This boy, he's now 12-year-old. But when you look at him, he's like a little boy. And the kyphosis, the hunchback presentation that he has, is very typical for tuberculosis of the vertebra. His parents died. Nobody knows what did they die from. And there was a history, interesting history, that his father was coughing badly when he was very sick before he died.
TB is a family disease, it's a household disease. Where you have TB in an adult, look for the kids. So the research field is also increasingly recognizing that TB is a disease that affects families and households.
We have been treating him for 18 months now. His general condition is great. The only problem we cannot fix is the destruction on the bone. We'll not be able to fix.
The fact that we still have so much tuberculosis in the world is undoubtedly the major public health failure of mankind, this treatable, preventable disease. And there is no more vulnerable group or no group that should be easier, actually, to prevent tuberculosis in children.
Child TB is a solvable problem. We know what we need to do to actually impact this epidemic. We know what we need to do to reduce the numbers. We just need to implement it. We just need to do it.
Because of the meningitis, he can't sit yet, he can't crawl. It's a bit delayed, so he's a bit slow in all those things.
In some scenarios, you actually have to put a shunt in, and that is basically a small tube that goes from the brain to the tummy, and it actually takes off all the extra fluid that is within the brain.
2 days ago, I saw him following me with his eyes and moving his neck.
She could feel someone or something staring at her. And when she turned around, Jaden was looking at her and she couldn't believe it.
I was just relieved and happy. There was light at the end of the tunnel. I thought that there was no hope. But then there was hope because he could see, and he can still see.
A child can get very severe forms of tuberculosis. So we want to avoid that and we want to prevent that. And the easiest way to prevent that is to have appropriate medicines for children that are easy to take, that are easy to prepare. This is a problem that we can impact. This is a problem that if we do it right and if we put the right efforts behind it, we can solve this, we can impact this, and we can really save lives.